If you guys have watched my videos for any period of time, you guys would probably recognize these Lego lightsabers that are usually on my background. Well, today I have the next best thing. Thanks to Saber-Universe for sending this over. This is actually a life-size Lego lightsaber that I want to take a look at today, so let's get into it. So Lego Star Wars has officially been around for 25 years, and I think we can all agree one of the most recognizable pieces is the classic lightsaber hilt. This piece has come on dozens of Jedi, and to some of us, we probably recognize this lightsaber hilt more than the actual in-universe hilts for the characters. I can't be the only one who has tried for years to get a life-size Lego lightsaber hilt and could never find the right one. Well, luckily, thanks to today's sponsor, Saber-Universe, we can all make that dream become a reality. Saber-Universe is a store specializing in realistic aluminum lightsabers, and their newest model they just launched today on November 3rd is the LG-O Saber. The LG-O Saber is normally $180, but during the pre-order period until November 19th, it'll just be $160, and by using code LifeBricks for 10% off, it'll bring it down to $144. So as you are opening this elegant black box right here, you will find inside the aluminum hilt, the blade, and then also a toolkit with everything you need to assemble and charge your new saber. Once you get your saber, all you have to do is unscrew the bottom to find the charging port, charge for a few hours, and then attach the blade into the hilt using the little screws and Allen wrench included. So I do want to come on here really quickly and kind of show you guys the actual parts here. As you guys can tell, the blade itself is just kind of a hollow, kind of like an acrylic plastic type material. There's a little pointy on the end right there. Pretty nice material though. I mean, it's definitely not flexible at all, which is nice when you swinging it around. And the hilt right here, I do want to just show you guys up close. I mean, this thing is very good, material right here, very heavy. This thing's at least probably 2 or 3 pounds. And like I said, very solid material. I mean, you're not going to be, breaking anything. There's where you guys can see the light comes out of, the speaker on the bottom, and then also the 2 buttons right there. So yeah, so nonetheless, I feel like you're getting some pretty quality stuff here. Now let's go ahead and actually put this together and see what it's like when it's all said and done. Alright guys, so I'm down here right now with the lightsaber in my hand. Hopefully you guys can hear me and see me. Full disclaimer before we go on to this next part is I do not claim to be a Jedi. I've never swung a lightsaber around in my life. I don't take training courses. I definitely can't do none of those behind the back spins. And even then, I got to make sure I don't hit the Lego down here. I've got the Star Destroyer right there. I've got a TV right here. I've got my UCS Imperial Shuttle right there. So last thing I want to do is try to be some, Darth Maul person and start going behind my back and stuff and knock all the Lego down. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and turn it on right now. Let's see what color it pops up first. Looks like we have purple, kind of a lighter purple, not as dark as I was kind of expecting, but let's hit this button right here. It looks like that's one of those, well, getting shot by what kind of blaster is that? That's weird. All right, but let's go ahead and, I think to change colors, you have to go down like this and kind of twist your wrist. So purple, orange, darker purple. Here we go. We have white, for Ahsoka right here. Pretty cool. Not too bad. Again, it gets the noises going across. I'm not even going to attempt doing any of that stuff. I guess I'll hit one of these like this. I guess I'll hit like a Qui-Gon pose right here. And yes, it's definitely pretty cool. I mean, it's not too bad. Not as bright as I was hoping. I mean, sure, there's a little bit of light behind me, but I wish it was a little bit brighter. All right, so I'm messing around with some more buttons again, and to actually change the sound effects, you guys have to hit the bottom one, hold it for a couple seconds, and then turn it back on, and you get kind of different things here. And let's see, let's hit this. Yeah, there we go. That sounds more like a true blaster, a couple true. And then let's change the color again. There we go. It's blue, but it's all flashy now. I'll be 100% honest here. Before the final thoughts, I'm going to look in the instructions again, but this is decently confusing to kind of get a hang of. But I guess we'll go back here and so another fun feature, from what I understand, you can't actually do this as you are actually having the blade on and swinging it around. But if you have the lightsaber off, you guys can click the bottom button, and goes through a couple different voice effects. So let's go through a couple.
Prepare a boarding party. Anakin, Kenobi.
Here we go. So that's definitely the best one, and it probably says somewhere in the instructions there's probably like I think there's like the same like 15 of them. And here's what I want to put on here. I want to show you guys these instructions because, quite frankly, look, I mean, I'm probably just having a hard time understanding these. I've talked to a couple other people too, and they are as well, about kind of truly how to use this. But here are the instructions. I mean, I'm probably missing something. Again, there's a couple things I think the clash sound effects, I'm not too sure exactly how to get those on, you know, where if you turn it on and, you know, you hit something, like it should like have the clash sound effects, but it's not doing that. That I've not been able to figure out. And again, doing the voices as you're actually swinging it, I'm not sure if that is something you're supposed to be doing, but all right, so let's move on to my final thoughts for this lightsaber right here and kind of give you guys my full opinion. So truly, like I said earlier in this video, I have never owned a lightsaber before. You know, I don't really try to be a person that's trained to, you know, spin a lightsaber around. It's not really my cup of tea, and probably not some of your guys's. But what I can say, you know, including myself here and probably most of you guys, if you guys have been, you know, waiting for the past 5-10 years to kind of, you know, pick up a lightsaber, never really wanted to kind of bite that $150 bullet on getting one, this might be one to, you know, consider. I mean, truly, because this does not just have, you know, a lightsaber effect to it. It's also the Lego Star Wars version, okay? So the hilt that we've been used to for 25 years, you know, the hilts that we probably have dozens and dozens of, you know, this is that real-life lightsaber where it has a little extra, you know, kind of nostalgia and premium to us, and that's part of the reason why, you know, I made this video right here, because I do think this is a product where it fits that perfect niche of not just being a lightsaber, but being something that a Lego Star Wars fan himself, or, you know, would really like and enjoy. So another thing I do like about this one in particular, besides just being a Lego Star Wars inspired lightsaber, is compared to a lot of these other lightsabers people sell, is this one right here is very universal, you know, so you can get like an Anakin's, you know, saber hilt at some, you know, other place, or, you know, you can get a Darth Vader one, a General Grievous one, a Rey, a Kylo Ren, but you're really kind of limited, you know, in that regard as to who it can truly be. I mean, a lot of those hilts are very specific to characters where, you know, you can't be, you know, moving around, you can't be having a yellow blade on an Anakin's lightsaber. This doesn't really make too much sense. But for something like this, again, I mean, this is so universal, and this hilt's been used on every Lego Star Wars minifigure ever, you know, Jedi-wise, you know, besides like a couple like Count Dooku, I guess. But, you know, on something like this, like you could, you know, have this be blue and be Anakin or Obi-Wan. You can have this be red and be, you know, Darth Vader. You can have this be yellow and be, you know, Rey Skywalker if you want. Like, you can have this be purple and be Mace Windu. You can have it be green and be Yoda. Like, there's so much potential for this hilt where I do think, you know, between it being universal and really kind of being something unique and special for Lego Star Wars fans, I do think this is something I can recommend. Like I said before, this is something very confusing. I will be honest, this will probably take you every bit of an hour, maybe even 2 hours to fully understand it, and you know, maybe watch some tutorials, you know, really read the instructions well. And like I said, to this moment, I've been using this for a couple hours now. There are still 1 or 2 things I don't still fully have down pat yet, but for what I can say, it is enjoyable. It is a nice product. I'm definitely going to happily display it in my background for a while. And out of every lightsaber ever created by companies, this was definitely one that I'm glad it was my first one. So I truly can recommend this, I think, to any Lego Star Wars fan, and I think this would be a perfect little Christmas gift coming up if you are buying for a Lego Star Wars fan that, you know, say you don't know what they have, what they don't have, you don't know what's on their want list, and you want to kind of play it safe. This might be something pretty interesting to get them, because it is like kind of the best of both worlds. I mean, it mixes Lego Star Wars and Star Wars together in a perfect way that really has not been done before. So definitely let me know down below if you guys will be buying one of these. If you guys are, remember to use my discount code LifeBrick for 10% off. That is everything for today, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys, and stay safe.